my name is Eddie Spaghetti and I'm back with another tutorial. And this time I'll be showing you how to automate the production of plastic in Just Not Enough Mods 2. I'm targeting that mod pack specifically because we don't have like an auto clicker or a block placer or nothing of the sort. I mean, we do, but not the conventional ones. So I'll show you how to automate this process in this video. So let's jump right into it. So here's a list of mods that we're gonna need for this tutorial. We're gonna be using, of course, Industrial Foregoing, Mechanism, RF Tools, Nature's Aura, Bonsai Trees, Storage Drawers, and Power. Now these last three are not very necessary. You can easily just use the Mechanism cables to transmit power, but I just like using power for that because it's dirt cheap and the mod pack Just Not Enough items too. Storage drawers basically going to be a filter, and bonsai trees to get our wood. Alright, now let's jump right into it. What you're gonna need is 21 cables of power or whatever cables. I suggest you use the basic cable, not the starter one, because just because. Alright, and we're gonna use 8 of the fluid extractors. These are the ones that go extract latex from the wood. We're going to need 13 mechanical pipes, 1 builder, or this is the thing, we're gonna use the builder for this one, but we can also use the imperceptible builder from Nature's Aura, and I will show you at the end of the video how to switch this builder from RF Tools for this one. And to be honest, this one is better, cheaper, and it doesn't use energy. So I would go with this one, but this one is you know, the most common one, so we'll go with this. If you're already into Nature's Aura, I just suggest doing this one. But anyways, you'll need a shape card for the builder, 2 oak drawers, 1 bonsai, hopping bonsai pot, by the way. Doesn't it can't be the regular one. A dirt and a sapling for the bonsai pots. Let's put this up here. 1 oak log to lock the drawers. We're gonna start putting stuff up here. A drawer key to lock the drawers. Again, latex processing unit, 1 crafter from RF Tools. Doesn't matter the tier. Energizing smelter, or you could use the other smelters there's in the mod pack. I'm gonna use this one because it has auto output, and that's very useful for me. So that's why I'm using this one. We need a water condenser and condensator. I'm sorry. You could use the fluid pipe from Mechanism, but that one requires too much power, so that's why I'm using this one. You can use this one even without power. We are going to be powering it, but you can use it without power. So anyways, logistical transporters to transport items. We need 4 of those. We need any energy cell. I'm using the power one. Again, you could use the Mechanism one if you don't want to use the mod power, because these 2 items are the only reason we're using that mod. We need 2 water buckets for the water condensator, 6 glass. Now this, I'm gonna be using the Mechanism solar generator because it's perfect for this build, but you could use any other generator you like. You can use the generators from Power, whatever you want to use. I'm gonna be using this one because I want to build this to set it and forget it. If once you build this and you use what I'm using, you won't have to worry about it ever again just to get your plastic sheets. Alright, so let's start right here. The machine fits in a 4x5 area. As you can see, it's very compact. This outer ring does not count, it's just the blocks inside. And this little block here will be your center block, so take a good look on how that looks. Alright, so from the center block, we're going to get our cables. Dig 3 like that, put 3 cables like that. So dig 3 like that, put 3 cables, dig 1 facing that way, put another cable. By the way, this right here where I'm standing is going to be the front of the machine. What I'm working on right now is going to be the back, so keep that in mind. Dig another 2 like this and put another 2 cables. Dig 4 like that, 4 cables like that, and dig one more right there and put another cable there. Okay, so that should be it for our cables for now. Let's put them away. Now get your fluid extractors and place them facing that way. So I'm just gonna place it on top of that cable, and as you can see, the little shears things or whatever it is facing that way. So let's place them all. So we got to place 3 on this side, 1 right here on this cable, and 3 more on this side. As you can see, they're all facing in like that, and lastly this last one, and then that makes a total of 8. All right, now on top of the extractors, you're gonna place your 13 pipes. So just place them one on top of each one of these, and then in the middle place 1 pipe there like that. Okay, and then right here in the back where the little extra cable that we haven't used is, place an extra pipe. That makes a total of 13, and that's all the pipes we're going to use for today. Shift right click until you see that this thing says pull, and you see this little plunger thing, and do that for each one of the fluid extractors so we can pull the latex out of these. Make sure all of them are active to be able to pull, and this pipe on top, make sure it's not connecting like that. Okay, now let's get our builder, RF Tools builder. For now, I'll show you at the end of the video how to switch it for the Nature's Aura builder. So put your builder down and get your shape card. Now place all of these on 1, oops, not 0, 1, 1, and 1. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because one of these numbers has to be on 3, not this one, either one of these two. This one stays at 1, and one of these two also needs to be on 2. So let's try putting this one on 3, and let's try putting this one on 2, and let's see what that does. Okay, so we put it in there by right clicking inside. As you can see, the shape card is in here, and we click this button, which should give us something like that. As you can see, the shape is right, it's just not in the right position. So what we did wrong here was this right here where it says offset, we put a 2. We need a negative number there, so let's put -2, and then it's gonna end up inside our little contraption over there. As you can see, the 3 blue blocks are inside of the fluid extractors, and that's exactly what we want. So click this to get rid of those, and make sure you click this right here. Keep running with redstone signal. You could use this machine without a redstone signal, configuring it here, but I found that it's wonky sometimes, so I don't recommend it. By the way, I forgot to add a lever to the list, so get yourself a lever, and that should be it for the builder. Now get your latex processing unit and place it right here in the middle like that, and now get your water condensator and place it up here. And before we proceed, actually, let's set up our sapling so we can start getting the wood before we finish building this. So put an oak jar on top of this builder, and get your oak log, the one I told you you're gonna need, and place it in there. And that's just so we can set up the filter. Now you get your drawer key and you lock it. Alright, now when we put the bonsai pot on top of it, it's only going to allow oak logs into it, and that's why I like using the drawers. So put your bonsai, hopping bonsai, by the way, hopping bonsai pot on top. Put your dirt. Now if you use grass, I believe it's a little bit more efficient, but we really don't need a lot of wood for this, so I'm just gonna use dirt because we're gonna get a backlog of logs, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so that's it for the hopping bonsai. We already set it up, and well, we'll still have just 1 log, but for now it's fine. Okay, so now we get a crafter from RF Tools. and place it on top of the latex processing unit, and get your energized melter from mechanism and place it on top of the crafter. Alright, now that's it for these machines. We need the builder, we don't need this. Alright, now get your basic logistical transporters. Sorry, I don't know, I spaced out there. And place 2 on this side, one going from the latex processing unit into the crafter, and the other one going to the crafter from the crafter to the energized smelter. Sorry, I did try placing these 2 on this side, but for some reason the crafter was not pushing the items, so when I placed it in front of it, it did. I don't know if it has to do with the way I'm putting the blocks where they're facing or something. I don't know, the mod is still a little bit buggy, so just place it in front so you won't have any issues. Alright, so now get your configurator and shift right click on this one in the bottom, that one that's facing the latex processing unit, to place it on pull, and do the same for the one on here on the front of the crafter. And now right here on your energized smelter, go to this little tab right here on the top left where it says side config, and here this little block, you're gonna put it to red, put the rest ones to gray, and put this one to blue. So that's input and output. And as you saw before, the little thing wasn't connecting. Now it is, the pipe. And now place your last drawer right here on top of this logistical transporter, but make sure it's not connecting to it. And also don't forget this step, it's very important. Let's go to this little tab again, to the side config, and make sure your auto eject is on by pressing this A over here, and that's it. Alright, now what we're going to do is set up this water condensator. So get your glass, and it can be whatever block you want, but we're gonna put 3 like this. We're not gonna need one right here, you'll see why in a minute. And just like that. So it should be like that, 3 and 3 on each side. Now let's get our cables and wire all of this so we can place the water buckets in here. So what you're gonna do is bring these cables that are connected to these extractors all the way up like this, and make sure all of these 3 are powered, and also this one right here. And we're gonna power it like this because I'll show you in a minute. Now when they're all powered, just place one here on top like that, and place your basic energy cell like this. Okay, now we're not connecting this right here like this and disconnecting this. It looks a little bit better, but the thing is that this thing prioritizes some energy storages more than others, and sometimes this could be left without power. So that's why we're just connecting all to this one side. Now what we can do is oh yeah, place your buckets. Now that we place the cables, you can place your buckets right here, one on each side like that. And let's configure that pipe that we disconnected from there earlier. Just shift and right click until it says pull. As you can see, it's already pulling out water even though it doesn't have energy for now, right? On top of this drawer, we're gonna place our solar generator like this, and then the machine should start working as soon as I press this lever. As you can see, it puts the wood in there, and then we're getting the latex. And now that the machine is working, we'll wait for the first little thingy right here. Okay, the tiny dry rubber. Okay, so we get a hold of one of these. Make sure this one is on gray. It's on gray, but sometimes it's not, so just click on this and make sure you do this process right here. So you make it learn this and then press apply. Alright, now as you can see up here it says dry rubber. It's gonna, whenever it gets 9 of these, it's gonna craft it, it's gonna put it down here, and it's gonna insert it into here. And that's about it. I think that's all we need to do now. So there it goes, there it goes. And now this one is gonna push the plastic, whenever it's done, into here. So now let me show you what you need to do for the other builder, which is this one. So like I said, you're gonna need 3 more cables, an item frame, an perceptible builder. Let me get all that. You're gonna need a dirt and at least one of these saplings, because if you know about nature's arrow, you know how arrow works, and we don't want this to be exploding. So let's get rid of this builder, and you can get rid of this cable, cover that hole up. Let's put our input. Oh wait, also we're gonna need a block for this to place. Let's place our builder here. Okay, we're going to need a block that you're sure you're not gonna use to build there, and I'm going to be using obsidian, but you can use any block you want. So I gotta get it from here. Obsidian. Okay, you can use any block you want. Alright, so let's go over here. Let's dig down. Okay, let's dig down a little bit, and we gotta get rid of this cable right here. And let's get rid of this wood for now. As you can see, this was the center block. Now over here in the inside, we need to change this floor to whatever block you're gonna be using. Like I said, I'm gonna be using obsidian, so I'm gonna be placing 3 obsidian there, and that's why we had to get rid of this other cable. As you can see, it doesn't allow for the obsidian to go there. But all we gotta do is where's my cable? Get 3 more pieces of cable. Of course, we broke one, so we got one back. So that's 1, 2, 3, and the one we got back, we just place it back right here, and then they're all connected again. And that's it. You place 3 blocks right there that you know you're not gonna use anywhere near this contraption, and then you place an item frame on the imperceptible builder, and then you place that block on the side, and as you can see, it's already building the wood. So this one doesn't use power, it does use arrow though. And let me get actually one of those arrow thingies, one of these, and as you can see, we got a little bit of arrow there. But if you don't want this thing to be exploding, because eventually it's going to consume all of that arrow, you can just you know, plant one of these trees like 3 blocks away from the thing, and just plant your thing. Get some bone meal. Let me show you how, because we don't want this tree to be obstructing the solar panel, so it's not obstructing. So if you get a leaf on top of the solar panel, make sure you clear it away. Let me actually clear this a little bit more. So you might want to plant your trees more than 3 blocks away, but also you can't obstruct this. So if you get a leaf, this bonsai tree needs 2 blocks to be able to grow, so you cannot place a block here. If you see, if I place a block here, it's gonna stop growing. As you can see, it's trying to grow, but it doesn't grow. So it does need 2 blocks to be able to grow. So I think that's about it, you guys. That's the whole tutorial thing. Oh cool, look at the eye, I didn't know it did that. And like I said, this is just for the mod pack, just not enough mods too. I'm gonna leave something in the description. If you don't understand Nature's Aura, I'm gonna leave a description for a video so you can go watch it, because that's what I watched to be able to understand that mod. And also I'm gonna leave a link to the guy that inspired me to play Just Not Enough Mods 2, which is UncleSpock. Go check him out. You know, he's making a series right now, a Let's Play. It's really fun. Go check him out, you guys. But anyways, guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do Goodbye, guys.
Take my time today, it's not an easy game. It's not easy, baby. Crossing